Okay, y'all. What is up, y'all? It's your girl Brand New, and I'm back in the building. I've been going back and forth on doing a video on the girl Nakeda that was on Iyanla Fix My Life last Saturday. I wasn't even gonna do this, but since I see so much of this going on in the world, I really wanted to speak on it. Nakeda is a young lady that her pathology has led her to she has 6 kids, and I believe by 5 different men. And that is something you see a lot. And the women that I know that I've seen that with, they'll say, "Oh, I just love my kids, and oh, my children, they just mean everything to me, and they my world, and this, And my thing is this: I'm gonna say this before we even get into her situation. I feel like people shouldn't be out here just creating kids just to have kids. I don't like people that do that. I feel like before you have a kid, you really have to think about it. But see, this is the thing though. When you have people that were not brought up a certain way, or the mother was always at work, or the mother abandoned them and then they were molested, like Nakeda went through a lot of shit, and she wasn't going to come out okay. And that's fine, because at the same time, we're all human. You know what I'm saying? But she wasn't going to come out okay due to the circumstances that she went through. And she didn't have anybody. You know how you have somebody in your family, if it's not your mom or your dad, but maybe it's your brother, your sister, your auntie, your grandmother, somebody else that gives a fuck about you, and just, And the mother has some issues. But from what I'm gathering, Nakeda don't have that person. Yes, the mother took custody of the kids, and it was really sad at one point when the mother said, Nakeda's mother, I should say, she said, "Yeah, I ain't never had no life. It's like she ain't never get no break from raising kids," and it's just sad. Her whole life is gone. I don't even think she had her high school diploma. She's still raising Nakeda's kids. I look at Nakeda, how she go from one man to the next man to everybody you date, you do not need to have a baby with. And I'm not saying it, I don't want to be judgmental, but I'm saying it more or less in a way of, just think about kids and think about that relationship and think about how that relationship could impact the rest of a kid's life forever and just mess them up. So many people, you guys, I really want to talk about this. So many people out in the world, they are grown, but they are dysfunctional as hell due to all the things that they went through growing up. And the parent never apologized or even acknowledged. Because let's be honest, a lot of our parents that was born in the 1950s and 60s, hell, 70s. One thing I see with that group that I really don't care for is this: don't want to acknowledge stuff. Just don't want to get into their feelings about stuff. I think they're just like, "Oh, I raised you. I did the best I could. That was that." Yeah, you raised somebody, you did the best you could, but did you hear old girl when she said that, she wished you would have hugged her more or gave her more encouragement or stopped the bullies from whooping her ass and taking her lunch money at school? Did you hear what that person just said? Like, anytime my daughter comes home, I promise I am on it. What happened? Who said what? Let's get to the bottom of it. And I can't fight all her battles. I can do my best. But as a child, she is going to go through things and have problems, with certain students, and, just the kids have to work it out on their own. There are those situations. So I don't want to be over, but I am there though. And I let her know who's bothering you. I talk to her. I confront them. I will get a parent's phone number. Like, I be on it. About my daughter. I love her. So and the way that I try to love her is in a way of how would I, as a kid, want to be treated. How would I want to be treated? How would I want to be loved? So that's how I parent. And some parents, they don't parent like that. They just feel like, oh, my mother didn't do it for me, so I ain't gonna do it for my child. Like, they really have this nonchalant ass attitude. And my thing is this: I didn't get everything. People need to understand this about me, because I hear people say all the time, oh, you came out all right. You're this and you're that, and you just seem like this and you're that. But it's just like, I had to do so much shit for myself. Like, you have no fucking clue. Like, so much knowledge and shit. I had to go out and learn it. Like, I did. So this is not just, the person that was my parent, they laid the foundation. But at the end of the day, it's like football. I'm the one that took the football and scored the touchdown and made shit be what it is. I had to really take control of my life and stop listening to old doctrines of what my mother would think would be the best way to parent my child, or what the family think. And, oh, you do this. One thing I noticed when I had my daughter, I'm getting way off topic, but one thing I did notice when I had my daughter was everybody's motherfucking opinion. Why your daughter still on the bottle? Why is she not potty trained? Why is this like this? And some of the fucking comments came from people like Miss Nakeda over here. These people are crazy. They will have the most fucked up lives and parents ever, but will judge you. And it was like a couple of them in this same situation judging me. And I'm looking like, y'all not perfect in y'all life, and I don't judge y'all. So why you coming over here, boo? So I wasn't having that shit. But yeah, those be the people, the mother, people that had a mother that was alcoholic, drug addict. They will look down their fucking nose at you and forget about they shit. Well, that's my mother. No, bitch, it's your mother. It's yours. It's attached to you. And no matter how you try to get away from it, people will see, they'll get to seeing how you act and be like, oh, okay, now I know that's, now I know that's why that's your mother, or you her daughter, or you her son. Because look at how you act, and look at how she act. Like, people can see that shit. I see it all the time. Like, when I was growing up, the mothers were young. My mother was like old as hell. I promise you guys. My mother is not, she wasn't old. I'm not saying her age was old back then with the girls that I was coming up with, but my mother was just like on some other shit. Like, them other mothers was young. They, wore the tight spandex up to the school. They was all sexy and pretty and, and it was just like, wow, my mother, presents herself in a certain way. Like, she wasn't fast like them. A lot of them parents back in the day, honey, they was fast and shit. So, that right there, I learned how to carry, myself as a woman. And I talk shit. I'm going to say the shit for what it is. But I don't carry, when I go to my daughter's school, I always try to make it look like I am somebody's mother. Like, come on, I'm at the damn school. Have some respect. And a lot of these parents, they don't. Ass out, thongs, titties, on Facebook, sharing all their business, talking about how they ain't had no D in a while. And guess what? Now those same girls, they are mothers. And guess where they getting all that behavior from? From those mothers I was just talking about. And it's a lot of people that raise children, but some people are growing up with their damn children. That's a problem. And a lot of them are the ones that's making kid after kid, not even thinking about the financial responsibility. Is the kid even going to have a dad that even cares about them? You know, is he going to visit? Is he going to pay child support? Like, there are so many factors into having a kid. That's why I only got one. And people will say, well, you just can't handle no more. No, I think I would be a I would fucking hold it down as a mother. I wanted originally 3 kids. I think I could hold that shit down. But I'm not, because I'm not selfish like that. I have so many things that I desire to do with my life as far as raising my daughter. I love having a daughter. I always wanted a daughter. I just look at it like I got blessed, had my daughter at 23, had what I wanted, and bam, you know, that's how I look at it. Like I had what I wanted. It's not like I got something that I didn't want. I always wanted a daughter. I didn't want her that soon, though. I did want to have her older, but it is what it is. But, yeah, I just want to bring my daughter up in the best kind of way. You really got to watch it when you have daughters. You got to watch it. You really, oh my God, you really do. But you know what? At the same time, though, I'm not crazy with it. I am a human being. I have a personality, a big personality. I'm going to have my fun. You know, I'm not one of them parents where, oh, well, I'm not going to have a life and I'm going to sacrifice my whole life. If that's what the fuck you wanted to hear, you on the wrong motherfucking YouTube channel, because I ain't that bitch. I'm going to live my motherfucking life, and I will correct my daughter. And, you know, if she ever has any questions about anything, we talk about everything. I don't have no problem with explaining it. You know, I'm real like that. You know, I'm not on this whole, oh, well, this is out here and you don't know what's going on. And, you know, I'm going to talk to her about everything. That's what a parent does. But I don't feel like Miss Nakeda really had one. Because her mother went through shit. You know how it's a cycle, and in the black community, we don't fucking talk about it. And them parents, I'm telling y'all, that was born in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, they don't want to fucking talk. Quiet, you go to ask questions. These motherfuckers quiet than a motherfucker. Well, I don't know what to tell you, bitch. And answer shit. And answer on, you know, where's grandma? Did grandma ever have a job? Why did she have so many kids? Why she has so many boyfriends? What, you know, well, I can't tell you what they did. You know, well, I'll just tell you, you know, I did the best I could with you. You know, I was the best mother I could be. Well, why did this happen? Why did we have to move so much? Why did you have so many boyfriends? Why this? Why that? Well, at that time in my life, you know, that's what I was just doing. Like, no apology, no recognition, no emotions on how you feel about their behavior that caused you to maybe have a fucked up life or caused you some discomfort. In life, we're going to have discomfort. I know that much, but it's all about support. You know, everybody needs a soft place to land. And you're supposed to have family and friends. Shit, you ain't got friends no more. You got motherfucking competitors and enemies. And, you know, seriously, you got mothers jealous of daughters, not even giving them information and not withholding information. And, like, I grew up with some of that bullshit. That shit is hurtful. That shit is painful. People don't know how that shit feels. You know what I'm saying? Like, in my life, my mother did tell me, you know, things in the family. So I'm not saying that's my life. But I did experience, like, some discomfort at times. And I felt like there was no soft place to land. I know what that feels like. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, when you go to explain things to people, they will deny it. And, well, no, I did the best I could. Well, no, you imagining things. And no, bitch, I think I see what happened and I didn't like it. And let's talk about why it happened and what went on. And, you know, like, let's break these pathologies with communication. But the motherfuckers in them 50s, 60s, and 70s, they don't want to have no conversation. It's just, oh, let's just go to church. Why? So they could clap the fuck out of the problem and sing and how, and the reverend preach, and we still don't deal with the damn issue at hand. I'm sorry, but not all problems can be fixed at church. They could be fixed with straight up honesty, communication, you opening up your damn mouth about my questions about what went on and why was such and such around, and them parents though, y'all, them parents of them decades, that's how they was. Another thing that makes a person like Nakeda who they are is a lot of parents may have had like 4 and 5 children and left one of the children to raise all the children. I think that happens a lot as well, and that's why that another person will have all those children. It's just a path. It's a pathology. I'm serious, y'all. Y'all, we gotta start paying attention to pathologies. It's that one choice that you make that changes your whole life. We've all been there. It's that one choice. And with Nakeda, and I look at my life, and I've had, different boyfriends, and I'm looking like, damn, if I would have had a baby by all of them, oh, that would be horrible. And I feel like when people do that, like Nakeda, that was her way of looking for love. In our culture, sex, people love sex, but I think that people like the fact that sex feels like love. I'm going to just call it out for what it is. I think that that's what we like about sex. It feels like instant love, not the kind where you put the time in and the sacrifice and the dedication. Not that. It's just sex feels like love. It's quick and, and it feels good, so that's what Nakeda was doing when she went from man to man to man and had all these children. And she said in the process of doing that, she was working and going to school. I have to commend her for that, because a lot of girls, they don't even do that. They just go to stripping or, I ain't judging, but they just do, you don't really hear about a lot of them going to school and, working, holding down a job, but she did end up losing everything. Her life was falling all apart, and the mother had to come in and get the kids. So, but I do commend her for that. And I'm loving the ponytail with the bangs. She looked cute. But Nakeda, you have a lot of work to do, sweetie. A lot of work. You just have to start paying attention about where you come from. Where you come from, if you don't make peace with it, if you don't heal it, if you don't talk about it, if you are ashamed of it, if you can't be with it, be with where you came from, you're not going to be able to do anything further than that. You really have to accept yourself and where you came from, and you got to do that in order to heal and move on. And she can't be with it. Iyanla had gave her and the mom some exercises. And the last baby dad is married. And Iyanla began asking her questions about him and bringing him up and, that type of thing. Y'all know how Iyanla do, letting her know who he is. He's a married man. He ain't your man. He's married. She was letting her know all that. And she gets all in her feelings. And, at first she was participating normally. Then she slowing down, had an attitude. I'm like, see, there it goes. That's your thorn. You all defensive about this man. And, oh, well, it ain't what it seemed. And, girl, all of this shit. You got with that man. He told you he wanted a baby. Y'all should have a baby. It's like, so just because a motherfucker walk up on you and tell you that y'all should have a baby, you just go and have one. And it's not because she's stupid, you guys. It's just because that felt like love to her. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know people are going to be like, no, she just stupid. No. it be, I know we be thinking that people is just stupid. It be sadder than that. They just really don't know what the hell they're doing. They're not paying attention to the paths and pathologies in their life and the shit that they've been through with her being molested and the mother called the police, but then I don't think the mother was there emotionally. And if you're not going to be there emotionally, then shit, you just ain't there then. You know, a lot of you parents out there, y'all need to realize if you're not there for your children emotionally, I don't give a fuck about what you're providing, because money doesn't provide everything, baby. Okay? It is important to provide the basic essentials, but all this overspending on money, if you do not provide your child with their emotional needs, if you don't meet those needs through some of their actions and decisions, it's going to show up. It's going to show up that they were abandoned, because guess what? They go get with somebody and abandon that person and put them through hell. You know what I'm saying? To the girl that her mother's trying to compete with her. Her mother, this is her mother. Picture that shit. Your mother trying to compete with you, thinking that you're a threat. Your mother, a woman that gave birth to you. That woman is going to turn away from that mother, and every man that gives her, ooh, baby, you look good. Ooh, baby. And she going to end up having sex with him, having his baby, because guess what? It felt like love. It felt like love for them 5 minutes. It felt, well, shit, I give some of y'all 10, 15 minutes. But y'all know what I'm saying. It felt like love. And that's how people have baby after baby, because they're just trying to get that next piece of love because they didn't get it at home. A lot of people are emotionally needy and codependent and need to be up under you all the fucking time. One thing we don't talk about enough, I know that I talk about it on my channel in my earlier videos, but narcissism, codependency, that shit is real. I had somebody tell me, oh, you're just mad a certain situation didn't turn out the way you wanted it. No, the motherfucker was a narcissist. Okay, there is a definition of a narcissist, and that motherfucker fit the title. You can't tell me no different. You know? People are who they are, and I don't choose to fuck with them, and I don't like them. Why the fuck would I like somebody that has always tried to do me dirty and I've did nothing to help them? I've did nothing but be nice to them. How do you think a person will feel if you did nothing but try to be nice and all they tried to do was shit on you and, you know, take it back? Like, come on. You're all for self. You're all about you. You know, narcissism, that shit is real. For real. Codependency is real. That person that's always need to be up under you. Always need validation from you like every 10 minutes. And if they don't get it, they're on to the next person. You know, like that shit is real. She seems codependent. Because as soon as she get with one dude, she get with the next dude. And it's a lot of that going on in the world. A lot of these girls are, oh, well, fuck him, he ain't no good. Fuck him, he ain't no good. Fuck him, he ain't, no, bitch, you ain't no good. Shit, you can't hang on to nobody for at least 2 to 3 years. Sometimes we got to check ourselves. I'm serious. That's another thing. That is another thing. All this dick hopping, you know, and look, everybody done been in their 20s, and everybody, for the most part, has dick hopped in their 20s. Get it. But by the time you in your 30s, it's time to, well, some of y'all, let's say 40, shit, y'all, some of y'all damn men, y'all don't want to settle down till you about 40. I don't deal with men under 40. It better be a good reason for why I'm dealing with you. But it depends on the person. I can't just say age. But it depends on that person. I will say that. But, yeah, we got to stop we got to learn how to stay with people. We get up, we leave after every little thing, and, you know, we don't know how to communicate with each other. And I'm guilty of this shit too. I'll admit to it. Guilty. You know, with the not knowing how to communicate in a relationship. And, you didn't see it growing up. You didn't, like, whatever you saw growing up or whatever you didn't see is going to show up in your life. It is. And you have to recognize that and fix it and do the work. If you want to see some improvements, you have to do the work. It's so many people, oh, I'll watch that YouTube video and my ass to be fixed. Oh, I'll just do it. My ass to be healed. Oh, I'll read that book. Oh, I'll just go to church. That's my favorite ones that I hear. Oh, I went to church, and ain't shit in their behavior different. There's nothing. If church is not changing you and making you a better person, please don't go. I'm not one of them people, oh, you need to go. And don't go if it ain't helping you. Do things that's going to help make you a better person and that's going to make you humble. The more humble you are, the less dumb shit you're going to be doing. You're going to make mistakes. We're only human, I should say. You go make mistakes. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying whatever you do, make sure it's making you a better person. Something good is coming out of it. Don't be that person going to school and getting a degree and don't even use that motherfucker. But just, oh, I got a degree. Yeah, I got it. Nigga, is you gonna use it? You gonna use your degree? Well, no, I'm gonna just work over here, but at least I got it. It's a lot of that going on and I'm sick of it. If you're gonna go to school, work in that fucking field, get your coins. Don't be owing them all this fucking money off some shit you ain't gonna use, People do that with degrees. Looking for validation through degrees. Oh, if I get this, I could put that on here. And you may say, well, that looks good on a resume. No, it just looks like you're job hopping. You go from one thing to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next, Learn to stay somewhere and get a good grind going. Get a good, good 3 to 5 years. I know people don't stay at companies that long. I wouldn't say 10, but some people do if they really like their job, which is few and far in between, but show that you could stay somewhere in a relationship. Show that you could stay somewhere. Show that, yeah, you know what? I'm not perfect, but I'm here. I'm here to work this shit out because this shit is once in a lifetime. Or I really love you and you mean everything to me and I can't live without you, and I know people are like, girl, but serious, you may love somebody like that. Work this shit out. Don't be listening to these videos on YouTube. Just get rid of the person. Just move on. Just move on. Because evidently, they didn't want what you wanted anyways. Like, I always encourage people in relationships to try to work their shit out. That's if it's too toxic and he going upside your head and fucking your sister and your cousin. No, I'm not talking about them kind. I'm talking about them ones where y'all may not have the best communication. You need to learn how to talk to each other. That type of stuff that can be worked out with patience and perseverance and understanding and compassion for each other and where you are in the journey of life together. Both people, in order for a relationship to grow, both people have to be willing to grow. If you get one person that don't really want to grow mentally and spiritually and, they don't want to do it, the other one do it, ain't gonna work. You both have to be doing your work. That's what's gonna make y'all better. But yeah, Nakeda is very delusional. And I've seen this, y'all just don't know. I've seen it. This shit is in my family. When I look at her, I see so many people, in my family. And they just don't have a clue. And they think because they got some fucking job and they wearing name brands now and they making all this money and, they shit don't stink. It do. We see you don't have your shit together and you wasn't brought up right. It comes out in your behavior. A lot of people think that, oh, well, I'm wearing these Jordans and, oh, well, I got this artwork in my house or I just bought a house. I am not impressed with none of that shit. I will always judge you on how you treat me. If you're stupid enough to disrespect me, I'm going to check all that shit out. It's going to always be like that when I deal with my men and when I just deal with women or women family or whoever. I'm going to pay attention to how you treat me. And the minute you do the little slickety shit where ignoring me, looking me up and down, sizing me up, making up stories about, the minute you do that old ghetto ass, dysfunctional ass bullshit, we're done. You are not where I'm at, bitch, and that's fine. What Kim Fields say, my elevator don't go down that low, and it don't. Unless I'm pushing your ass down, that motherfucker, we can go low. But, I ain't got that kind of time. But yeah, all I encourage you all to do is do your work. This shit with Iyanla, people be trying to clown Iyanla. This shit is serious. There are so many YouTubers. I don't like deep things. Oh, I don't like Iyanla. And you may say, well, Brandy, they got the right to their own opinion. Yes, you do. But at the same time, don't be ignorant enough to think that this shit don't exist and we don't need to talk about it. We absolutely do. This is why the world is fucked up, because we're not willing to talk about things because some of us is ashamed. A lot of people that, I don't want to, watch out for people like that. I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that. They're all up in everybody else's business, but when it comes to their shit, I don't want to talk about that. Girl, I told my mother and them I wouldn't say, no, bitch. You told yourself you ain't gonna share your shit. Watch out for that. Them be the main motherfucker. Don't tell them your business. Me, the main motherfuckers out here in the world telling your motherfucking business. Okay? So, I like what Iyanla said to Nakeda when she asked about the man, is he married? Because, and then she's sitting up here talking about he her man, but they ain't got no house together. They ain't doing, he don't help take care of them other kids. They don't really have to live together, because I feel like that's kind of overrated. Everybody don't want to live together. So y'all get over that. But Iyanla was just like, y'all, he don't help you try to get your kids. He don't do nothing for the kids, and she was just like, just own it. If you go claim it, own it. Like, own that shit, and that's what I'm saying. She just sitting up there all in disbelief, and just is sad. Iyanla also got on Nakeda's mother for constantly taking these kids in, because Iyanla is just like, as long as you keep taking her kids, she's going to keep having them. And that's true. That is so true. And that's why we have to have boundaries. We do. This mother, she's broken. Like, she's so numb after all this. She ain't been able to, after your child is grown, you should be able to enjoy your life. And you got to keep taking care of the kids and trying to keep them from getting split up. I commend her, though. I really do. That's love. Now, that's love. See how that's different than the other? That is love, dedication, commitment. That's love. Them kids can depend on that grandmother, so I commend her. They talk about how the mother was sexually violated as a child, and, that's what I'm saying, you guys, paths and pathologies. If you look at your mother or your father, there are certain things that they did that you maybe ended up doing. Not everybody. Some people do skip, those patterns, which is really good. That's really good. But a lot of us, we end up doing we always say we not going to be like our mothers and we just like them. That's why I say challenge yourself. Whatever your mother didn't do for you, make sure you do for your child. And don't just do it. Take care of things money-wise. But what I see a lot of parents doing, and it's really irritating to me, is this whole, I got to make more money. I gotta do, like, what good is the money if you're never fucking there? Take that weekend off. Don't be working every weekend. Take a weekend off and do something with your kids. Or if you can't do it, because I was that parent at one point, you guys. I worked Monday through Friday and Saturday and Sunday. And this was for about 2-3 years. Worked just like that. Not taking that time to, my schedule was a little flexible because I would be able to spend one day with my daughter that week. I would take the day off, but it wasn't. I started doing every other weekend, and things was better. I was able to see her and spend that time. It wasn't about, oh, I'm out making money. Yeah, duh, I know I need to make money, but this time right here, we never gonna get it back. You know what I'm saying? I always tell people that. They be like, well, why you not doing this? Why you not spread yourself so thin no more? Why you not doing, because I was that parent. I was always gone, working, handling shit, But then I began setting things up in such a way and, trying to get things together. Began paying things off, and it's just like, let me set this up where I could be here for my child because she need me. And she don't need to be at no fucking daycare all day with people that don't want to be there, because it's a lot of that bullshit too. That motherfucking daycare workers don't want to be at the damn daycare with the damn kids, want to be somewhere else, and is actually telling the kids. I had to deal with some of that bullshit. Oh, your mother just always at work. Bitch, you at work. Y'all, let me call. Y'all see how your girl gets. But, yeah. And this video is turning out to be long. But, hey, I'm feeling the flow. So they began talking about Nakeda and how she was violated by an adult she knew. They didn't really say who it was. Was it a mom's boyfriend or something? Or was it her real dad? Anyways, they said that the person, instead of just whooping her, they looked inside, the guy, I guess, looked inside her vagina. Just horrible. And then she was violated. Yeah. Was it at 12? Let me see. So I guess the one violation happened maybe, was she 15 or something? She was older. And then the one that was at 12, the mother didn't even know about it. When Iyanla brought it up, knew nothing about it. The mother is numb, you guys. She doesn't know how to feel. Because I think if she really sinks into all of this and really feels it, she may break down. She may break down and may not be able to come out of it. Because sometimes this type of stuff is so painful. She didn't probably have a mother that really had her back. It's these paths and pathologies. If you don't have that soft place to land, how you going to provide that for your child? So that's what we're dealing with, and it's just really sad. It was really sad when Nakeda told her mother that some man put some bullshit in her head that if she has sex with his friends, that she'll become a woman. And it was like 5 little boys, out the neighborhood or whatever. I'm just looking like, oh my God. And she was only like, 11 or 12? And then Iyanla discovers that's when she was in and out of the detention centers and getting violent because she was being violated. This shit happens. Like, these conversations, we need to be having them outside of this show. Like, this is good. It's good TV in a good way, if you know what I mean. This is something we need to talk about so we can heal all the pain and shame and dysfunction. And, we need to be able to heal, these things. And it's just sad. And like I said, there's so many Nakedas out in the world, so many of them, and they're just lost, they're just lost. And it's sad, and it's sad because a lot of these women, and I don't know specifically her. I don't know. I don't really get that vibe from her that she would bully. But then again, when she was getting, a little nasty with Iyanla, you never know. But yeah, it's women out here that have that background that she has, that try to bully people, disrespect people, cuss at people. Like, they're really nasty. Really, any little thing. Look at them the wrong way, or you bump into, just any little thing. So, it's sad. I'm going to say this last part and I'm going to be done with it. Yeah, I talked about it earlier when Iyanla pretty much said that, your daughters, is they 11, 10, 9, like we need to talk to the girls at those ages. That way that the girls, they don't become prey. They don't have these little boys trying to get in their head and talk sexual with them. And then they have sex, have a baby, repeat the cycle, repeat the cycle, keep looking for something outside of themselves, because whatever you don't give your kids, they're going to try to find it through other people. They will do it through sex. They will do it through being codependent and doing whatever anybody wants them to do, so they may become a narcissist and all about them, and, they may become cold because they feel like the world was cold with them and they don't give a fuck, it's just like, this is just how it is, I'll just fuck up the world and fuck up other people and I don't give a fuck. What do I care, so this episode was really deep. I really loved it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Enjoyed my little commentary, how I went around on so many different issues. I appreciate you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It is your girl, Brand New, and I am out.